Like many couples, my wife and I are on two totally different pages when it comes to multitasking. She believes that she can focus on multiple things at once and give brain space to both of those. I know that I'm a very limited human being and really am not capable of very much at all. So I don't want to tempt fate. I simply want to focus on one thing at a time, knowing that to attempt more would be a train wreck. Now, some of you might identify with my wife and think, oh yeah, I could do more than one thing at a time as well. And it's great. I'm so productive. Nothing bad ever happens. It's great. Whereas you, who can only do one thing at a time, are so much less productive. I run circles around you. Let me give you an example. It's bedtime for our daughters. We put them to sleep. We're sitting on the couch. We're cuddling together. I raise my eyebrows, look over. She responds with a slight smile and a nod. And I know what that means. It's business time. So I reach over, grab the remote, and turn on the TV. I get our show on. And by our show, I mean the one show that we can both watch simultaneously and enjoy. It has taken a very long time to find something that aligns to both of our interests, and this is it. So it's a beautiful time. We've got about a 60 to 90 minute window in the evening where we're not too tired and where the responsibilities of the day are complete. So here we are in the golden hour. We've just agreed to watch a show together. It's on, and about a minute into the show, my wife brings out her phone and starts doing something on it. What's she doing? I don't know, because I'm watching the show. So I don't know what she's actually doing. It actually takes me a couple minutes to even realize that she was doing that because I was actually focused on the thing at hand. But I soon see that she's on her phone and she's looking down at it and totally unaware of what's happening on the screen. So I ask her the only reasonable question a man can ask. Laura, would you like to watch this show with me, or would you like to play alone on your phone? It's a reasonable question. I am asking it out of the position of not being able to do both myself. Her response, though, assumes a different assumption, and that is, I'm doing both. And I say, okay. A couple minutes pass, something funny happens on the show, and I laugh. She didn't know what the funny thing was because she was looking at her phone and not watching the show. But now her attention is to the show. So she asks me, oh, what happened? And I say, oh, I think you know. You saw. She said, no, I was looking away for a second. Can you just tell me what happened? And now I'm in a tricky position. See, she has made the claim that she can do two things at once. And now I have the opportunity to point out that she couldn't do two things at once. Or I could be the nice guy and enable this behavior and simply tell her what she missed and allow this to continue indefinitely. So I say the only reasonable thing in my mind, well, because you can do two things at once and we're watching the show while playing on your phone, there's really no need for me to reiterate again what you've already seen. I don't think it's fair to you for me to waste your time repeating what you already know. That doesn't seem right. So that's what I do. It doesn't go over well, but I feel my premise is justified. Now, some of you might think, John, you're being a jerk. Why don't you just be nice to your wife? Okay, it's an option. Let's flip this script. Let's assume Laura needed to have a conversation with me. And she says, John, we need to talk. I said, okay. And as she's talking to me, I put an earbud in one of my ears. And she asked me, what are you doing? I thought we were talking. And I say, we are. You're talking? And I'm listening completely with my left ear. With my left ear, I'm listening to you. With my right ear, I'm listening to music. I can do both. Now, some of you might think, oh, That's the worst. You should listen to your wife. You should pay attention to what she's saying. And to that, I would say, yeah, absolutely. How is this different than the TV and phone at the same time? I would argue there's no difference. Even so, some of you are thinking that I'm the jerk in both of these scenarios. Scenario 1, not helping her out and telling her what she missed. And scenario 2, for being the jerk who's multitasking. How can I win? How can a guy win in this situation if you think they're wrong in both of these cases? If you truly believe that I am wrong in both of these cases, and that my wife is right, there's only one rational explanation. And that is, you're a racist towards men.